Hello there, this is Martin Sherrington, and this is a mini course on content marketing using Google+. And to help me and to help us, we're going to use this cycle, which I think's positioned around about there. And you see it's got lots of colours and moves around, and this is the overview. So what we're going to do on all the other videos is then go a little deeper into each of these, and I'm going to show you how I use Google Plus in order to do all of them. So there'll be lots of other ways that people could use them, but because we're focusing on how you can use Google Plus to, well, basically go through each of these steps, or certainly Google products and services, I'm going to focus on that. Okay, let's begin by going through the cycle. The first one, listen. That's what we've got to do. We've got to stop talking and listen to what potentially people would like to read, people would like to listen to. Doesn't mean that we shouldn't sometimes take risks and explore, but with Google Plus, there's loads of ways, and I'm going to show you the techniques I use, that we can listen and just begin to hear what is going on, as opposed to us just assuming that what we're going to put out there is going to be, wow, fandangled for the person that's receiving it. So that's the first thing we're going to look at. The next thing we're going to go through is then deciding on the themes and topics and the times that you want to be putting this content out. Don't mean time as a day, I mean for instance times a year. Is it seasonal content? Is it after you've created certain initial posts and certain initial videos and certain initial web blogs that you then decide to then do something bigger, which I'm going to go into. From there you actually then create the content, and that's a delight on occasions, as we all know, and that's where a lot of the work is figuring out how to best deliver those messages. So I'll give you some tips of how I use Google Plus to do that, as well as YouTube, because that's very much into Google Plus, and Google Drive as well. Okay, next thing I'm going to look at is then the promotion of the content. The promotion, the way I do it is I put Google Plus at the center, and I will then use other channels to distribute as well, which helps. But Google Plus is very much at the center, so I'll give you some of the approaches that I use for that. Then we look at measure and evaluate. You've got to decide why you're doing this. So you've got to look at your own personal metrics, and I'll show you the ways that I decide whether content is working or not, and take that as feedback. Okay, the next one is then repurpose. This is a huge part of what I do on Google Plus. Is once you've created content, you can then start to look at how you can chop it up and how you can package it in a way which gets fresh eyes, fresh ears on it again. And then the last one is, oh, we're back to listen. I won't make that joke again. So it wasn't even funny the first time. So back to listen. It's okay, what are we going to do for the next lot? How did that go? What are we going to do next? So that's the content marketing cycle, and here we go. We're going to roll into the next videos. So click on the annotations, wherever they may be. I'm thinking probably going to put them there, and I will take you through the processes that I use. Many thanks.